Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome, first of all, to Masjid al-Hayy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a blessed time to benefit from being in a masjid is a blessed time. And inshallah we'll try and shed some light in terms of the person who built the masjid, what his idea was, and some of the architectural significance of a masjid. But most importantly, the fact that the prayer in the masjid cannot compare to prayer in a house or outside a masjid. So inshallah, wherever you are, you make an effort to pray in the masjid as often as you can, and as many jama'ah as you can, inshallah. So as you may have noticed, the front, they have some pillars. And these pillars in the front are the area which is dedicated masjid. So they have the sigha for the masjid in that section. Besides that section, you could call it a musalla. They have not done the sigha for the rest of it for logistical reasons. There are talks about expanding a little bit of that, but that has not occurred yet. Yeah, so that's in terms of the actual jurisprudential masjid that it is. And you'll see that there is calligraphy all over, but there's also hidden calligraphy, the ones that require a little more attention to actually figure out. So there are the obvious ones and there are some hidden ones in there. Also has its reason when they do calligraphy in a masjid, they try to have those hidden ones for basically to show that some of the mercies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are apparent and some of it is hidden. So some of His names, some of the signs, because these are all ayat. Okay, ayat that are very obvious and ayat that requires attention. And also one of the, I guess, significant aspects are typically in masajid, they try to have 8 pillars in terms of the number of pillars that carry the dome, representing the 8 gates of heaven, according to some of the narrations that we have. So that is represented in the architecture as well. And that another aspect is typically in masajid, they try to keep the sunlight, the light in general. In the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, actually, there was no roof actually, to start with. In the beginning, there was no roof over the masjid. It was later on that they brought the roof actually. And that is why we have the ahadith about people trying to pray on their sleeves or on the side of their amama, because it would be very hot sometimes to actually prostrate on the ground, and the Prophet actually forbid them from doing that. And that's when they started making the khumra, which is the made of the straw mat. So they would carry it with them so that they can prostrate on something that they're allowed to, yet it's not as hot as the earth that it is there. Part of the reason why, as followers of Ahlul Bayt, we don't prostrate on anything from fabric, anything that could be worn as clothes, in any case. So that's why they typically keep some light in the masjid. Also, to represent light in general, because light is guidance. Allahu nuru samawati wal ard, the light of guidance. And that's why you will find almost every masjid, they will have that ayah written somewhere. So, which I believe it is written on the second, if I'm not mistaken, on that second circle, I believe, yes. So that circle there has it. In terms of the calligraphy, starting from up there, the top of the dome, you have the ikhlas, the sincerity, Surah Al-Tawheed or Surah Al-Ikhlas, the peak of sincerity is in that surah. So they put it on the peak. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قل هو الله أحد Allahu Samad, and the rest of the surah there comes back to وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٍ. And you'll see that there. Then they have the circles. I mean, let's go back one down. You come down, that's the ayah of Nur. Allahu nuru as-samawati wal-ard. مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح. And the rest of the ayah all around. Okay. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَجْعَلِ اللَّهُ لَهُ مِن نُورًا فَمَا لَهُ مِن نُور. In the end, whoever God does not give them light, they have no light. That's the end of the ayat, so it starts with the nur part and finishes with the nur, so joins together with the nur. It's a nice work that they've done. On coming further down,
This particular surah?
Surah An-Nur, Nur of the guidance, Ayat An-Nur. Typically, Ayat An-Nur is from Surah An-Nur as well. It's written for guidance because God is the light of guidance, and masajid are places where we seek that light of guidance. So that's typically why they have it in masajid. They write it, and obviously it is a very significant ayah, especially for the followers of Ahlul Bayt, because immediately after Ayatul Nur is the ayah that speaks of the houses. في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه. Specifically, this is not just Bayt as the Masjid, this is the houses of the household of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then the next one, رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع. The men that are not distracted through trade and buy and sell from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The real application of that ayah is Amir al-Mu'mineen salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And I believe they have it all there.
Okay.
في بيوت.
And the circles?
What's the purpose of the balcony?
This is used for the ladies.
Oh, I see.
When we
So
have
the ladies go there, the men sit here.
when we have a full house, then we don't. There's no. So they connect from that. They say. But in terms of the beauty and architecture, there's definitely. I would not say that there's anything like it in America. I have not seen, and I doubt anybody. I mean, the details in everything. And subhanAllah, the man put his heart into it, really.
Definitely.
He went and cherry-picked the best artists anywhere he could find them. Not here, we're speaking of overseas.
These were
From
Moroccans,
Morocco,
right? Yes.
and to the Turkish.
Turkish
Because
as well.
Turkish are known to do the best tile work. Okay, so you go and look at the tile work, it's like a mirror everywhere. Okay, there's not a single line, nothing you cannot. Yeah, this is.
As a perfectionist.
Yes, you could say that definitely.
To add to that, even this carpet is one piece house.
Correct. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, one piece, complete.
Whoa.
You won't see any seams in
No,
any
there's
of
no seaming or nothing, it's just one complete piece.
Something.
Yeah, so really he put his heart to it. And may God reward him and his father who passed away. Will recite Fatiha for him. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اللهم صل على. Okay, quicker. Yeah. So there is, as you can see, then there's more calligraphy. Here you have part of Surah Yasin, I believe. Yes.
Can you speak up? Sheikh, what are the circles?
The circles are basically the Ahlul Bayt, and starting here with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah Azza wa Jal. Then you have Imam Ali and the Prophet and Imam Ali alayhi salam, Fatima and Hassan alayhi salam, and Hussein and Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. The rest of Ahlul Bayt coming to the Imam al-Askari and al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Mahdi ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-Sharif. These are the circles.
Okay.
Then
the next line.
The next line you have parts of Surah Yasin. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Yasin wal Quran al-Hakim, innaka lamin al-mursalin goes around, not this part, not the front. Yeah, so it comes further up to this point.
Entire Yasin?
No. Basically, up to فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. Yeah, إنا إليكم.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And then what's on the main plate there?
that top one there is regarding the building of masajid. The ayah إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر. The ones who established the masajid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's the ayah there.
Okay.
Then you have this يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا. This is about to prostrate and bow and prostrate and remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do the good deeds so that you shall be victorious. لعلكم تفلحون. So this repeats this one, and I believe the same thing is there and there as well. Okay. This one here, وأقم الصلاة, the times of salat. أقم الصلاة طرفي الليل, طرفي النهار وزلفا من الليل إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات. That the times of salat, the ayah that.
Okay.
Okay. In terms of calligraphy, you have on the mihrab, the wooden part has the ayah regarding the direction of salat.
Oh, when we
the direction of qibla, yeah. فَلَنُوَلِّيَنَّكَ قِبْلَةً تَرْضَاهَا. The change of the qibla and the qibla.
Now, how do you think he chose all this? There was some kind of, who do you go and ask, which ayah should I put on this pillar?
Yeah, so typically some of these things are very common in terms of any other masjid you would go. When it comes to qibla, they have the ayah of the qibla. Ayat al-Nur is typically there. Normally they have Ayatul Kursi. I'm not sure if he has it. I have not, I don't remember if we had seen it. But see, some of these significant parts of Surah Yasin. So the significant ayat regarding ruku' and sujood, they normally put it towards the, towards the direction as well. So Surah Al-Ikhlas being, the peak in the sincerity for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Any other
and the hidden ones, you will find that even see those little things all over, okay, within them is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Within those. Throughout. Okay. And you can only see it if you get close and focus on it. Then you can make it out. It's hidden, literally hidden. There's some of this hidden stuff on the podium for Friday prayers. They have some which is hidden by this partition now. Which
is a podium?
Yeah, there's it's just behind there. So you see the white stuff, that's all calligraphy. Okay. And this is the hidden stuff on these ones here. You can see it. These are the stuff. Okay. This is basically very artistic, where it's really hidden. La ilaha illallah. Yeah. So and this is repeated throughout. So,
I think there are different sort of ways of writing Arabic.
Yes,
so
yes.
He normally had a particular time. And
yes.
Arabic was different than the Arabic
this is
the
different script. Different script, and also some of the older ones did not have dots, for example.
So is there any particular uniformity in the script that has been used here?
No. They're all different. This is very artistic. Okay. And that's all standard, very standard. Yes, this is typically the thuluth, they call it, in terms of the rasm al-khat, which type of khat. But and It's repeated throughout, pretty much, in the obvious ones. And then in the hidden ones, it's very artistic. It doesn't have a specific name. Alhamdulillah.